So today we're going to have a look at an A-Class. This is a Rapido 9048 DF. It's 6.5 metres long. It's a 3-litre Fiat Ducato, so it is a chain, not a cam belt, and it's weighing in at 3,500 kilograms. So you do not need a C1 licence to drive this. So let's have a look at this Rapido. So first thing along, we have a gas, sorry, and this one's got butane gas on it. So we'll switch that on as we're going around. And then what we've got here, this is a flue for the heating and hot water. And then I can just show you here, there is the heating system. Now, can you just see the red button? That's the drain off for the heating system. So if I press that down, that'll drain off the water from the hot water system. Now another thing with this as well is if the temperature gets below 5 degrees, it will automatically drop down and drain off. Also, if the leisure battery gets low, it will automatically drain it down. So when it's really cold weather, below 5 degrees, you must put the heating on first, because this button will not lift up. So once the temperature gets to over 5 degrees, then you can lift that up and put water into the hot water tank. So here we've got the 240. And then what we've also got here is outside barbecue point. We'll just have a wander around the other side. It's got a bike rack. We have a cassette toilet, so don't forget any type of resistance whatsoever, go inside because you haven't closed the toilet fully. And then also we have an outside shower as well, so there's a water. And then the tap for it is inside the motorhome. Now this is where we put the water into the fresh water tank, so it'll fill it up. And then while we're along here, we've got a hatch for underneath the seats. And then the painful part, putting the diesel in. So let's go have a look inside this Rapido. This Rapido, before we go in as well, is fitted with an awning, and we do have an outside awning light. So what we'll do first, let's just put the control panel on and get some light. So if you can see here, that switches the panel on, and then that puts the lights on there. And then if we have a look along, what we have a drop down bed. And then what you can do, this button here, just let me show you this button here, because people do miss them. That's for the swivel. And then we also have another one here that drops down the bed. So I'll show you the side, how big this bed is. And it drops all the way down there. Right. And then to hold it up, we just press that in. So as you can see now, we've got a good dinette area. Good size, which you also make up into bed as well. That pulls out there, so we've got a good area for having a dinner and everything. And then we can actually drop it down to make up the bed. So we have got a good dinette area. And then coming to the back, we've got the 3-way fridge, which is a fridge, freezer. We've got a hot grill oven here with 3 hobs, and then we have the sink area. And then inside we have a nice shower, toilet and wash basin. So we switch the gas on. Let's get the gas through. Ooh. There you go, we've got the gas coming through on the hobs. And then we need to prime up, so if we have a look over here with a tap there, we can put a tap on, which is the pump, and prime up. You can hear the pump going now. And what I mean by priming up is we've filled the freshwater tank up, and what we've got to do is fill up the hot water tank where I showed you before where to drain down. So we have to transfer fresh water into the hot water tank, which takes about 2 minutes. So as it's filling up, the tap will start to spit, and then it'll come through like that. And what it's doing is it's pushing air out of the system, and then we've got a proper flow of water. And you can come inside as well and do the hob, do the bathroom, and also do the shower, and it just gets rid of any air. So we know we're all primed up there. We have got a fridge here, so we've got a 3-way fridge, so that goes onto the gas. And don't know if you heard that, that's lit. We do have hookup, so if we are plugged in, we don't need to use our own gas. We do have a leisure battery. Now it has faulted out there, it's because the engine's not going. It's designed for moving from one campsite to the next. We do have auto, and with it being on auto, we've got a hookup in, it's gone straight to the hookup. If we didn't have the hookup in, it will go straight to the gas. Now, if we move over to here, what we've got here is a Truma system. So if you can see it, off for off. Now the top 2 settings here are what's known as summer settings. So this is for water only. So we can have the water on at 40 degrees or 60 degrees. And then if we go down to here, these 2 are what's known as winter settings. So the first setting here is your heating only. And then your next setting is heating and hot water on 60 degrees. Basically. So if we want to put our heating and hot water on, we go down to the bottom one, and then if we look down here, what we decided to pick there is gas, or we can use 1 kilowatt of electric only, 2 kilowatts of electric, or we can come down here and have a mixture of 2, 1 kilowatt of electric and gas, 2 kilowatts of electric and also gas. So at the moment now we put the heating and hot water on, and we put it onto the gas, and then that'll start to fire up. Another thing, this does have an extractor fan here, which when I've switched it on doesn't work. What we have to do is go over to the control panel, and you see the little fan here, we switch that on, and then it's working now. So don't get caught out by that, you do have to switch on the fan up here. And then we've also got our auxiliaries then for any other 12 volts sockets. We also have got a grill and oven, so to operate the grill we just turn and that light's there. There's your grill, and then the other way is for your oven, and there's your oven going. Now leisure batteries, let's have a look where your leisure batteries are. So if we have a look underneath the oven and the hatch below, there we have the leisure battery. And then while I'm here, what we've got here, we've got a hatch here, and if you can see down there, there's our water pump. Now this one here is the drain off for the fresh water tank, and then you probably won't get this, but just down there is another red lever, and that's your fresh water drain off. So it's just under here where you can just turn it for your fresh water, and then that's your waste. Right, fuses. Fuses are under the bench seat here. Just pull this up. So if you can see over there, there are 12 volt fuses. Next to it is our battery charger, and then just below here are all our 230 trips. As you can see, we've got plenty of cupboards in this van, plenty of storage space, and then we've also got skylights for the blinds and fly screens. If you can, here's a tip for you, Don't drive with this closed like this, because there are little air vents in the skylight, and what happens is when you're driving along, the air comes in and it starts to stretch these out. Obviously close them when you're not moving, but when you're driving, just leave them open, because what will happen over a period of time, you will start to stretch out the skylights, and also the blinds as well, the fly screens as well. But yeah, lots of storage, and then we've got the blinds, the fly screens all the way around with all your little LED lights. So we've got the reversing camera. Like I said before, it's a 3-litre Fiat Ducato, 6-speed with aircon and CD stereo. Rapido 9048 DF, good starter A class, giving you everything. Good big drop down bed, massive lounge area, and then we have the separation as well. Ow! With the kitchen, and then the separate shower washroom. So, Rapido 9048 DF.